Hey there, guys and gals, human beings of Mother Earth. Laura Helena here, just chillaxing at the top of a mountain that I just hiked over the course of the last 2 hours. And I was just inspired to share. I'm on, let's see, I just had last night was night 3 of my intuitive trip. I had 2 nights in Joshua Tree National Park, and I arrived yesterday evening around 5 p.m. into Sedona. It was pretty funny. I have to tell this story. I punched in Sedona when I left Joshua Tree on the 10 and didn't have an address, just put Sedona in. And where I arrived, or where it took me, was the parking lot of a crystal store called Mystical Journey Crystal Shop. So I ended up buying a pair of earrings, my birthstone, that is. Anyway, I just thought that was a really beautiful synchronicity. And then I went searching for a place to camp because I didn't make any reservations. I haven't done so on this entire trip. And everything was full. I was searching, trying to go to places, asking people, and I kept getting 2 that were popping up again and again. And they were 2 that didn't take reservations, and I figured they'd be full. So I got in the car around probably close to 6 o'clock and drove north, kind of towards Flagstaff, about 8 miles up. And sure enough, I pulled into the first one and they were full, saying, sorry, come back tomorrow at 7 a.m. You might get lucky. And said to try the next one that was about a mile up the road. And I did. And I came in and there was a guy, the camp, coordinator, who popped out. And I gave him the pleading heart story of, I've been in a car all day and I'm a single woman looking for a place. I have a pop tent on my roof. I don't need a big plot. I just need a place to park that's safe. And he said, oh, lot 22 is available. And there you go. They did have full written on the entrance. So I had a night in Sedona. And right across the street, little did I know, I wanted to go visit Vortexes today. And I asked the guy, because I have no phone range on my phone, I asked him, hey, I want to go see some vortexes. And he said, oh, we actually have a vortex that's on the end of our campground and all the way up the side of this mountain across the road. So there actually was a spring, a natural spring that was on the vortex. So I ended up going and taking all my water bottles and filling them up with vortex water. And then crossing the road after I dropped everything off and climbed up this mountain, a 2-hour hike, stopped halfway for a bit of a meditation on the cliff's edge, and now I'm at the top. So, this intuitive trip has been quite remarkable. I was actually going to move camps today and go to the one I couldn't get into last night. And I told the guy that I walked down there this morning and put my name in at 7. And they told me to come back at 10:30. And he said, oh, I used to work there. And that camp, they have too many parties and kind of, it's not a really good crowd. This camp's much more peaceful and it's a much nicer camp. And I was like, wow. Okay, then I guess I'm staying a second night. That was before I found out about the vortex. And then I found the vortex. So I didn't even have to get in my car today to go anywhere because I had a vortex right on my campground. And it's probably one of the only ones in Sedona that has a campground connected to a vortex. Et voila. Synchronicities. I found the most sweet meditation spot. I have my bikini on underneath these clothes and I did some sunbathing and meditating, and it was quite profound what came through. I'm having a lot coming through right now in the past 24 hours since I arrived here, actually. Last night was quite crazy. I couldn't fall asleep lying in my tent, and yeah, just a lot coming through. I'll go into that at a later date. The biggest thing right here, right now, is being right here. Literally, I walked up to this log and was kind of like, I right here, right now. And then they looked down at the rock that I'm sitting on, and I was like, right here, right now? You want me to sit down right here, right now? Yeah, okay, sit down right here, right now. So, higher voice, source, God, I don't know, vortex, whatever you want to call it, is very much moving through me. And I'm feeling so full, so elated with goodness, so connected. It's interesting leaving Los Angeles. Whew. It's been very hard to come back to LA over the course of the last 10 months since we've been traveling back and forth to Europe. And this last trip again was a challenging one. And as soon as I left, I could feel it like an opening. And it's just gotten better and better every day. Joshua Tree was like, wow, the most amazing primer to move me, up-level me to Sedona. This place is magical. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, no, I do know. The main thing to share is that not having a schedule, not having any schedule, I mean, a tentative of like the direction I'm heading and when potentially I might get to my end destination or like my middle point destination is there. But I'm really, really trying to be loose about everything else and follow the signs and the impulses and to listen to my intuition, to really hone into my navigation system, my telepathic beacon that is guiding me, has always guided me through life. But somehow got really derailed in the last year or so. Last year was a pinnacle moment in my journey to come back to me and to come back to that which I've always been somewhat connected to, and then realize how far off of it I was and was kind of screaming to get back to it. If I could offer up, invite you to reflect on anything, it would be to be as present in your life as possible without judgment, without pushing the energy. I kept feeling every time I'd pass a rock, I was like, oh, there's another invitation for me to sit down and meditate, because, well, trees and plants and rocks, they're just being, and humans, we're doing. We're in action. Our consciousness, we're creating all the time. So that dropping into being, the invitation is there every day. The yoga mat is sitting there. The grass in the backyard is sitting there. Everything is, the invitation is there all the time for you to stop, drop, and flow. Flow in the present moment. Be here now. So I'm seeing those signs, those invitations constantly to just, there's a perfect moment. It's like when I take my phone out and I want to have a photo of something because it's just the perfect view or the perfect tree or the perfect flower. And I do take a picture. But I also then just spend time, a few minutes, to just meditate on it, to feel the beauty and the awe, because each one of us is that flower or that tree or that beautiful rock over the hanging a cliff, looking at an epic scenery. We are one with everything. I know, sounding woo-woo to some of you, I'm sure, but when you break it down, however direction or angle you look at it, spiritually, scientifically, historically, We're just little specks of stardust morphing into other manifestations. And we get this opportunity to animate this vessel, physical flesh suit, for a little period of time to fine-tune, to heighten, to evolve our consciousness, our energy, our vibration, our resonance. And what better place to do that? It's like you take a car to a car shop to get lube and oil and you take your body to nature to get a tune-up. You take your body into the ocean, into a river, into the trees, and under the sun to tune up all your different systems. And really feeling that connection to Mother Earth, Father Sky, Mother, Father, Universe. Oh, Father, my Father. It was actually a meditation I had today, sending my biological father love. It's been a while since I've seen him. So I took in the father energy of the mountain and the sky and the sun and sent him love and compassion and forgiveness. That's what you do. You just flow with whatever comes. That came today. It was truly a gift. I sang and chanted and cried and spoke to him, and it's just everything that came through. And I just went with it. Kind of improving life right now. It's really good. It's really, really good. Improving life. I like that. Anyway, so it was 2 hours to get up this mountain with a bit of a break in between. So I'm going to start to head down and go get myself some lunch. So good to connect with you here at the top of this beautiful mountain. I have no name for it other than absolute gloriousness. Pine trees everywhere, pine needles. Hey, I'm going to be collecting some pine needles off the trees because I heard that pine needle tea is like the new hydroxychloroquine. You didn't hear that from me. Yeah, so I'm going to collect some pine needles, make some pine needle tea. Check me out sometime in the future. Maybe I'll start distributing it. Anyway, now I'm getting goofy. So good to tune in to you all. I won't be posting this for a while because I'm totally out of range the last 24 hours, which is fabulous, like I was in Joshua Tree. But capturing these moments of the here and now, and hope to bring them to you at a later date. All right, guys. Lara Helena here. Courageous Lara. With Harmonize 2-1 on a AumVenture. That's right. Aum, like a universe adventure. AumVenture. My intuitive trip. Intuitive trip. I like it. All right, guys. I'm floating. I love you. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in these now moments. Go out and do something and be present with you.